I'm doing some late video on this. I wasn't going to video any of this, but now thinking about it, and I figured I'd share it. Uh, got my workshop here. They dropped it off a few weeks ago here, early January. Um, I'm trying to do the build out and thinking about how I'm going to do this. What's the best way to do it? I'll take you inside and show you what I've been doing, and we'll take a look at it all. All right, it's 36 by 16. Built this workshop. It's actually a shed that they build, prefab it, and they just bring it and drop it off. That's what I had done. Um, it is. It has the insulated door, a couple windows in it. I had them up here, these trusses, whatever you want to call them. They're every 24 inches instead of 48 like they're standard. It's an extra foot high. It's a 9-foot ceiling, not an 8. The floor is, it's not the 3/4 floor. It's 1.5 inches. It has 4x6 runners under it. I believe, I'm not sure the distancing on those, but it's an industrial. It's made for industrial because I plan on bringing cars in here, lifting them up and all. And the worst part I'd have to say about it is a wood floor. So any welding, a lot of pressure in one point, I think it's going to damage the wood. I did go over that with them. They said no problem to lift up a car and all, even with only the 3/4 floor because of all the runners. Hopefully I'll have good luck with it. The floors are pressure treated. And I'm going to go ahead and seal those up. As you can see, the insulation on the walls used R13. I've got that done. Then I went on to the ceiling. That's with R19. It wasn't back there. It's just the straight fiberglass. You should be able to just put it in there and it holds itself, and then put your plastic barrier in. These would not. I did have to put supports all across. I used probably, I don't know, 130 of those little metal supports that they have for them. I've done this all by myself. Some background. I am 63 years old, and as you can see, I just had 3 vertebrae fused in my neck. I've got 1 and 2 in my back. So it's not an easy task when you're doing this stuff by yourself at my age, but getting it done. It's kind of a bucket list thing. You know, do it now, wait until you're done and retired, and then what? You sit around, you can't do anything. So let's get on it and stay active. So that's where I'm at with this, and I'm going to be sealing the floor today. I just wanted to get something extra on there in case, oil spills, things like that. It'll help it wipe it up and all. If you have any suggestions of something better to do, let me know, because I really don't know. I've never done any kind of carpentry work. I'm an industrial mechanic. I work on machinery. But I'd like to do some work on my cars, my motors, things like that. Hopefully restore it. It's a 1971 Dodge Demon. Oh, and I want to do some woodworking and some stained glass work. Those are kind of bucket list things. The car thing has always been a passion. Always been working on them. So I just thought I'd share that and to see where it takes me. You guys got any suggestions on the build out as far as how to set it up for a good workshop? Let me know. Said I've got all the walls. I'm going to put the electrical. I'm going to put up OSB. The electrical is going to be mounted on the OSB. I am not going through the walls. Everything will be sealed this way. No air leaks. Hopefully, insulating wise, will be better. I'll conduit all my outlets and all through it. On the outside here, if I ever want to change something, I just unbolt it and move it around. I think it'll work out better for me. Air compressor, still tossing that up in the air. Do I want to put that in here, raise it up, put it on the outside of the building, just pipe in the air? But then you got the winters out here. I'm in the Midwest, up in Rockford, Illinois, about, I don't know, 65 miles from Chicago or so. And heck, Wisconsin's closer. But that's what I'm working on. Let me know what you think. If you got any ideas of things I should be doing or thinking about here for the future. I do want to run a sandblaster in here. That was another thing. Do I put it outside, get moisture in the sand, and then it clumps up? You know, there's so many different angles to look at and ways to go. So we'll see how it goes here. All right, I bought some of this sealer here. It's a clear wood protector. Throwing that on there. I started with a roller, but it was using a lot. Trying out a gallon, so then I went and bought just a sprayer out of the garden area, and that seems to be doing a lot better. It puts it down a lot evener and more even and much faster. And it seems to be using about the same amount, maybe a little less. I'm just sweeping her back and forth, and it's sucking it right up. I just wanted to show you what I was doing. That's going pretty good.